Guys, for whatever reason, my internet decided to fail and unfortunately cut the stream short at approximately 44 minutes. So I'm a bit annoyed right now. Did not want to have it do that because it's just basically creating more, I don't know. Maybe I could edit it. I don't know. I'll probably see if I can edit it, but we'll see. I don't really know how to even do that, so I don't know. I'm a little bit irritated. So let's continue where we left off. Hopefully they won't do that fucking shit again. That's the second time it's done it. I'm getting really fucking irritated with it. It's ridiculous and it shouldn't be happening. But this is why I want an Ethernet connection as opposed to a Wi-Fi connection because it's not reliable. So hopefully we'll get that at some point in the future. But essentially, that is essentially what we're basically going to be going on. So here we are basically in our next Chalice Dungeon lair. We're going to try to continue it. I will doctor up the title from the previous video, follow up on the second playthrough of part 10, and then follow onward with second playthrough part 10 continued. It will be in the description, and hopefully we will have an easy, smooth sailing issue free circumstance of that going forward. So let's go ahead and get into it as I prepare my kit for this job. Again, very sorry. I did not want that to happen. Unfortunately, there's just some things you can't control. I hate it. It drives me up a fucking wall because I am terribly OCD and a bit of a perfectionist, and things like that really get under my fucking skin like bleach and lemon juice in a paper cut. It's just fucking irritating, to say the least. So we're gonna just try to crack on, and hopefully that won't happen again. If it does happen again, I will probably not stream again until I have a surefire bet that I'm not going to have any disruptions to my connection. I don't know why that happened, but it's definitely got me a bit agitated at present. So we're going to head into this little area here, and it doesn't look like there's anything here, but there are some ghoulies, so we'll take advantage of that. Top of that, my watch band clip just got dropped somewhere on the floor, and I am a bit clusterfuck of a mess with my corner over here, so I need to try to find it, but I'm not dealing with it right now. I got a stream I want to finish, and hopefully we will do just that. There's no hidden passage there, obviously, so we're not going to go ahead and go that way. So we'll follow the path here. A ladder going down. There's a nightmare down there, there's a nightmare here, so they're gonna get into both. With Tempering Blood gemstone there at level 5, and then in here, navigating up, we have a Silver Beast at the top. Intercept him, Visceral attack him, get him out of here. Inside the coffin we'll find Great One's Wisdom. Drop down, grab the resources to the right here at the bottom of the stairs. Instead of navigating our way across there, we're going to go ahead and just drop down here and heading into this tunnel, see what's inside here, which is a dead end. But essentially, our next prize target will be the nightmare. Which will give us 13,000 echoes. Navigating through here. This is obviously where we came into the room. And the stairwell leading up. I don't really know what's at the other end of the tunnel, but we're going to check that out real quick. Oh, looks like it doesn't really much matter to anything. Basically, it just takes us to this passage where we already came in. So essentially, we're just going to be going right back to the main path. And into our first Chalice Dungeon lair. So go ahead and light the lantern. And we're going to immediately drop into the fray here. So once we dispatched him, we're going to grab whatever these bodies drop, including over here, more Quicksilver bullets off this body here. And then over here, some ghoulies. Grab your saw spear, Eddie. Get your torch out. We got a hunter. So we want to be careful. We don't want to get his attention. Come on, buddy. And we got a beast claw, so we'll have the element of surprise in this case. We'll get the fire paper going. And that's a wrap. Get over there and get this nightmare. Now we will access the tunnel over here. Blood vials on the body. Grab the blood vials off that body. Obviously we have another hunter, it sounds like. That's a writ for you. That's another hunter down. And a Tempering Blood gemstone. Now we will double back. Obviously the hunter was up on the catwalk. We've taken that off the table, so that won't be a threat. Now we'll head up and into the next area. Grab the blood vials off the body to our left as soon as we enter this area. And then rush into the next area and up the stairs. Take care of the silver beast, grab the blood vials, pull the lever. Directly to the left of the door, or your left or the right, depending on how you enter the room, you'll find some oil urns. Go ahead and grab them. And then we're going to make our way out through the main passage. Get some blood bullets. And then jump off. Then climb the ladder and get out of this area into the next area. Once we've entered this area, we'll head directly for the first boss fight, which will be a Loran Silver Beast. Easy takedown. We'll get a Tempering Blood Gemstone and a Bloodstone Shard. Go ahead and light the lantern and let's get down to Lair 2. Upon exiting the elevator, head directly to your right, and you will be directly in your next area with a no side area, no visible side area it seems, and then we'll head right for the next lair labyrinth. Drop down, get your torch out, prepare for the beasts. Stop playing with me. I'm in no mood. That crash has got me agitated really fucking bad right now. As you can see, I'm not wasting time. Heading into this tunnel underneath here, obviously we will have some dogs. Grab the silver bullets off his body. Grab the ritual blood off the corner by the cart. In the back or the right of the gate you came through. Grab the oil urns. And immediately rush through this gate here. And then in here, up the stairwell. We got multiple werewolf patients in the distance. Get rid of the madman. And the quicksilver bullets on her. Grab the chest stone, the stone chest, or stone coffin, whatever. Grab the cold blood flower, werewolves to the left, beast patients to the right. Let's take care of the beast patients first. Use the blood cocktail to cluster them. Make them cluster. Directly ahead of us to our right we have looks to be take care of that supersized nightmare and then head across the bridge into this cavern. Nightmare will be above us, but patient beasts will be in front of us. looks like we may have missed the beat. We may have missed the nightmare. Unless the nightmare's up here. Nope. Two nightmares. Door to our back, door to our right, up ahead. Open it up. Get out there. And it looks like we had another nightmare. Go ahead and open the gate after we dispatch the nightmare. Directly head inside. Items on the right. Ritual Blood 2. Bolt paper. Visceral attack. Silver beast down. Open the coffin. We got Great One's wisdom, and we got blood vials. Let's double back. Forgive me if I'm not being as cheery or chatty as I normally would be. I'm rather focused now with that whole piece of business, basically screwing up my routine and my rhythm. Any sense of feeling relaxed is kind of gone right now. Until I feel confident this isn't gonna fuck me again. Because I'm fucking paranoid now. I'm paranoid this thing's gonna crash any second. I will say, when I get serious, I get serious. As you can see, I haven't missed a beat yet. But I can get serious. Like it's like when I need to be, I can get serious. Here we got a blood liquor, so we're gonna get ourselves ready for that piece of business. I could go back for those other ones, but I'm not even interested in them. I just want to get on with the rest of it. So here we are, basically we came through that tunnel. Obviously that was our goal. So let's take a look and see up here. What's up here? This looks like this may be a passage. I think this may be leading back to where we were. Yeah, so this is our way in. The gate to our front, out of here is to our front, so that means the passage, probably the key, the lever leading to it is probably going to be up there. But we're going to get a little bit more of this work done first. Motherfucker. To be what looks to be like a tunnel to our left here, leading into a pendulum room. I wouldn't be surprised if there are going to be hunters here. Obviously we got blood gels. No nightmares that I can see, so I guess we'll make our way up the ladder now and go up there, chop up shop. Missile attack. Now pull the lever. Get the next gate open. And then grab the bastard of Loran off of his body. And then we're going to make our way just by jumping down. We're not even going to wait. We're just going to jump right down, get right to the next room. I believe we will have a blood liquor. Or not. Doesn't look like it. Fine by me. Less time for us to waste. Scale the ladder to the left as you rush down here. And then get the next gate open. And then we're into our next Chalice dungeon room. Which will be a beast-possessed soul. God damn it! That was an absolute shit. He kept catching me in overlapping attacks and staggering me to the point where I couldn't even fucking maneuver. So, let's get back in there. And let's do that properly. Fucking asshole. Come here. Come on, stagger the fucking guy! I don't appreciate having my time wasted. Keep it up with your fucking magic, you fucking weirdo. It's all you have. You fucker. Get up! Get up! Get up! Pussy. Light the lantern, let's take the elevator down to layer 3. Side area immediately to our right, let's investigate. I tried to do visceral attacks, but it just seems like I was not able to get it to connect. Delays, delay. First delays were from him hitting me, then the other delays were basically animation delays. Then somehow or another I wasn't in position to do the animation delay. Tempering blood gemstones, pungent blood cocktail. Cavernous area here. I'll go back there in a bit. I want to go down. I don't want to go out there. I'm pretty sure this is going to take me out there anyway. Here on the body, some tomb mold. Head further along, obviously there's a coffin here. A stone coffin to the right, ahead of us. A Loran Silver Beast here facing the wall, contemplating his life's choices. Well, he can do him on his own time. Tempering Blood Gemstone, Beast Blood Pellet. Visceral attack. Elimination. Blood vials, open the coffin. Great One's wisdom. Quicksilver bullets. Heal yourself and let's go clean up shop with that other one. With one floor down. Well, that was a quick entry. Pungent blood cocktail here. More beast blood pellet. Now we're gonna head over here and head into this next area. I think this is actually a dead end. Alright, so we got bolt paper, a dead end. We'll have to go back all the way up to the top floor. Obviously, what access we thought we had from that stairwell obviously is kind of null and void, so we'll have to take our way all the way up to the top floor. So, here's where we are, and that's where we're going. Get the fuck off me. Me, you fucking chicken shit. I'm telling you, dog. Motherfucker. Little bastard. Now we took care of all that shit, all these shits. Let's head on to here. Grab the Kin Cold Blood, open up the path here. Looks like a stone trap here, so... Get rid of the dogs. Get rid of the ghoulie. Burning up quicksilver bullets. Not enough. Grab the tomb mold. We'll wait for this damn thing to come by. Matter of fact, that makes me want to use a little bit of firepower now that I got all this ammo. There's a gate leading out of here. So once we've opened up the path, we can make our way back. Here's our lantern. Essentially, this basically just says this gave us a workaround. We essentially just, you know, it was just a roundabout. Not sure what we'll find if maybe we'll get extra enemies. Maybe we'll get blood lickers. I mean, let's take a look. There's a blood licker right there. Fucking dick. I'll take a run down here real quick just to make sure I don't miss out on a blood licker, because it seems to be like the ghoulies seem to get these guys coming, so there may be one here. Yep, there is. So I'm glad I came down here. We got a bloodstone and we got a quicksilver bullet, so something. Wait for this next one to come. So we dispatched. This is the gate. This is the doorway. Where did that doorway come from? I think it was pretty much further along in another point, but it doesn't matter. We got what we needed. We're gonna get out of here. Oh, there's another werewolf right there. Tempering blood gemstone. This is another. Oh. He left me something. What did he leave me? Blood vials. Alright, now we can get out of here. There's not really much anywhere else in the way of threats to deal with now. Again, I want to express how I'm sorry if I don't like having that kind of freaking mistakes. I mean, I know they do happen with streaming, but I hate it when they happen to me because it looks so just sloppy, unkempt. I don't really have a solution outside of that. It's just frustrating. I hate having to deal with it. So let's head into this fray and see what we get here with Lair 3 boss being the Loran Dark Beast. Come on. He's like a dog, but he moves like a fucking cat. Explain that to me, because it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. He's like literally like all scurrying around, like like he's standing up, like he's got his ass in the air, and he's like looking really narrow down at you. Fucker. And I'm gonna get it. Fucking asshole. Die. Bolt damn blood gem, and that dungeon is done. Dickhead. And with that, we got 3 million echoes we could easily burn now, and I got a blood rock as well. I got a blood rock in the waiting, and then I got still go get that other blood rock as well. So let's go ahead and pull that Loran. Which one was that? No, this was Hintertomb. So that was not one of them. This was not one of them. This was it right here, I think, wasn't it? No, that's not it either. Where the hell is it? The Marian Labyrinth. I don't know why that is a Loran one, but okay. So we'll head over here, we'll buy that blood rock. Change our outfit. Prepare, fortify our weapon. Definitely gonna be probably gonna be the Tantris, but we need a lightning-based weapon pretty soon. Now we'll go over here and upgrade our power.
Welcome. Very well.
2 health, and then 1 strength. Now, I will take the liberty of going over to the research hall now, because I think we should be well and truly beyond that point where we can actually finish that, so let's go ahead and head for the research hall. Okay. So once we have entered the research hall, we're going to head up here. I looked it up. It said that it would take a few times to spawn, but essentially it has pretty much here. So we'll go ahead and talk to her. So we'll go ahead and get her. Go and get the brain fluid off her, and then give her the brain fluid again. That will give her Madman's knowledge, and then she will die, and she will give us another item in question. Or won't she? Oh, I guess not. I guess that's pretty much it. So we get pretty much the one insight. So welcome back to the stream. I do apologize if you were a previous viewer. My internet connection went bupkis, and unfortunately I had to redo the streams. So if you're looking to catch up, check out the Bloodborne second playthrough, part 10, and then continue on with the second part. The second playthrough, part 10, continued to basically catch up to where we left off. I apologize, though. The downside with having a Wi-Fi connection is Wi-Fi streaming is not very. It's not dependable, but it is. You know, you work with what you got. So now we'll head back to the Hunter's Dream now, and we will pursue the Brain of Mensis questline and get rid of the Brain of Mensis. So immediately head up here, and we are going to go to Murgo's Loft Middle. Which will put us at the very level where we need to be for us to get access to the area where the winter lanterns are pretty much navigating that cliffside. So essentially that's what we want. So we're going to summon the elevator here. We're going to change our outfit as well. So we're going to put on the Ashen Hunter. And also equip ourselves with some sedatives. And probably the rifle spear. And now we are in position to engage the nightmare little freak shows here. Here is the chest on the balcony just beyond their reach with inflicted organ. We got the Cursed Tempering Blood Gem here. Over here on the right, we will find Kin Cold Blood. We will grab that. Then we will head around to the far side here and engage this next one. I did stop at a time. Damn it. So, obviously we died. We need to go back and get our ship back and try again. Winter lanterns can be really exhausting, but thankfully there's only 2 or 3 instances where you encounter them, relatively speaking. Probably the one saving grace about them that I can say I do appreciate is the fact that you only encounter them on 3 separate occasions, particularly with the Nightmare of Mensis, the Nightmare Frontier, and the short time moment before you fight the Orphan of Kos with the DLC. Worst case scenario, if I end up having to, I may have to go back to the Hunter's Dream and equip the Frenzy Rune, just to protect myself from this bitch's crazy shit. Come on! Bitch! Probably just use my fucking pistol. Seems like it's the only way it actually works sometimes effectively without skipping a beat is usually if you use your pistol. Rifle spare has never failed me before. Now suddenly I'm missing my shots all over the place. Look, I don't know about you, Audrey 3, but we're not having that, so get out of my face. I'm not having it, you know, when we're not doing this, you know, feed me, Seymour, feed me. No, get out of my sight. So now that we're going to do that, we're going to equip Blue Elixir as well. Just because we're going to be contending with the instance of them basically being a pain in the ass here again soon. More of these Mo Howard haircut looking assholes. Grab the Quicksilver bullets. Obviously we dispatched them all, so now we can head back through here. No, actually this is the way we came. What are we doing? Over here. That's where I want to go. And then down into here, we will have another path directly ahead of us. To our left will be essentially where we want to go. But we're gonna open up we're gonna drop this bitch, this damn brain of Mensis down there so we can kill it. And then we're gonna get red string from him and some echoes and some other stuff. Cursed Tempering Blood Gemstone. Fabulous. Scratch the chest. Oh, inside. And we will find the choir bell, I believe. Yep. So we can sell that as well. Now we'll go back across. Dispatch these enemies here. Grab the Quicksilver bullets. Now we can change our outfit back to what we were originally like wearing. Head down here and gather all the items of these assholes who decided to hang around and stare into her loving eyes while they proceeded to spew out spikes like something from a freaking some fucking horror film. I mean, you must be a special kind of stupid if you're just gonna literally stand here and just proceed to stare lovingly into the eyes of this malinformed brain thing while it's suddenly making your blood turn into spears and proceed to just lance out of your body in every single fucking way that possible. I mean, pretty sure like his buddies would be standing. I was like, dude, do you not see what's happening to you? Oh, no, I don't see anything. It's so pretty. And then they proceed to just get literally eviscerated by their own blood. Blood spears just stabbing out of them all over the place. So we're going to drop down here, head over here. We're going to get the blood, we're going to get the blood rock. And then we're going to head over here, and we're going to run down here, and we are back on the level here. Now we're gonna go see the Brain of Mensis. I'm not even gonna fuck with these guys. I have no interest in them. They're not worth it. They're not worth it to me. Only one I will probably fuck with is the little slave guy here. You guys gotta rush over here to pick a fight with me? You got another thing coming. So once we pretty much have done that, we're gonna head down here, and we're gonna go see this Brain of Mensis. Fucking dick. I wonder how much damage my stake driver would do to this asshole and my Holy Moonlight Sword. So first thing we're going to do is do this little make contact rune. This is essentially important, and we need to keep this on because this essentially will enable us to get Great One's insight effectively for that very reasoning. So essentially that's what we want. So we're going to just wait for this little, do his little TP thing, like go left to right, and then basically that'll be it. Then we can kill him and get red insight, get some echoes, and we're done with that asshole. Anytime now. There. We got the great ones in sight. Fantastic. Now we can punch your ticket and be done with you. Oh, wow, that's not really strong at all now, is it? I wonder how much damage a Call Beyond does. Probably not very much. We'll find out in a second. Now, that thing one hit kills me. If it's from an enemy. But it does only 75 damage because it doesn't have real good effectiveness in that capacity. That is so stupid. Alright, whatever. How much damage does the Executioner's Gloves do? 174? That's not very impressive. Try the Madras Whistle. 594? That's not very impressive either. Wow. I'm very supremely disappointed. I was expecting a hell of a lot more than what these guys were doing. What about the Black Eye? Old bastard. So now we'll use the Bold Hunter mark to get out of this little pit, get back to the lantern where we were, and set ourselves up to go and kill Murgo's wet nurse. But before we get into that, we're going to head back to the Hunter's Dream and resupply and re-empower ourselves with our magic, and upgrade our weaponry if we can. So let's head over here and head back to the Hunter's Dream. So first thing we'll do is empower our Enna Hunter.
Very well. Let the echoes become your strength. Let me...
We'll give it to Blood Tinge. So now that we have a Blood Rock, we'll essentially get all our resources upgraded to their maximum capacity. Blood bullets, blood vials, medicine, 8 sedative, 2 blue elixir, 2 Molotovs, 1 Molotov, 7 urns, 3 cocktails, 11 throwing knives, 1 pebble, 10 fire paper, 4 bolt paper, and 5 bone marrow ash, and that will upgrade our weaponry. Repair it first, then upgrade it. And essentially, we're going to upgrade the Hunter Torch. There. and then we'll go through and we'll take a look at our gemstones we got and which ones we want to keep and which ones we want to sell. $16. No, keep it. Don't. No. Nope. Keep. Nope. 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 Oh, this is trash. I'm not gonna let myself get near death, so I'm not gonna keep that. I don't know why they even give me those ones either. Not really the most experienced or seasonable ones. And is there anything else we can sell? I don't think so. I think pretty much sold everything there was to sell. Weapon-wise, gear-wise. Choir bell. I can get another one of those. I actually got one already. I definitely know I'm going to put away some of those other gear artifacts, which I'm not going to want, because I'm going to sell them, because I don't fucking need them. I hate them. They don't seem to be very effective as tools, or as hunter tools to me, so we're going to go ahead and put away the Madrasa whistle. We'll get rid of the Executioner's gloves. We'll keep the Messenger's gift. We'll get rid of the Call Beyond. Augur Veritas, Black Eye, Tiny Tantris. Maybe I'll keep that. Essentially, in those fashions, I'll keep those things, but I'm not gonna keep very many of them. Also, I'll get rid of the Messenger's gift. I'll put that in the storage as well. I don't really need that. And I'll put the gold pendant in there and the red jewel brooch. And then we have all this other material. So let's use it all. Now we'll go over here and we'll buy some blue elixirs, because we definitely want to buy more of those. $16 in our inventory. Now, let's go kill Murgo's wet nurse. And be done with it. Open ourselves up to getting to Gurman. I don't think I really want to go. I could try another Chalice dungeon. I probably will. I'll get this done, and then I'll go do another Murgo's. I'll do Murgo's wet nurse, and then I'll probably do one more Chalice dungeon. So heading into here, board the elevator, and it will take you up to the upper level. Then we're going to go about the threaded cane, and we will equip bolt paper and and some throwing knives. Now enter the other elevator and we'll head up and we'll face Virgo's wet nurse again. Actually, we could use poison knives on this broad. Oof. And that's it. She's done. So now that we have 1/3 umbilical cord, that essentially will mean the end of this particular playthrough, essentially. So what we're going to do is head back to the Hunter's Dream now. Now, as much as I probably want to wrap this up now, I will attempt to try to do one more Chalice dungeon. Essentially, because we have so many to be done. We have pretty much in its entirety the Cursed Thoran. We have the Thumerian with a fetid offering, and then we also have these. We also have another Cursed Thumerian with a fetid offering. So essentially, what I will do is I will run the Hintertomb Chalice dungeon. At that point, then we will progress into the next stage of our the second run and finish the second run in its entirety and get the second ending with defeating Gurman and pressing forward. So as soon as we hit this, we're going to basically just immediately run into the fray of doing this action. Side area to the left, immediately access that. Essentially what we're looking for here is potentially a rune in question. I believe if that is essentially the goal, that was essentially our goal, is a rune specifically aligned with this dungeon. So that is what we're here for. That is what we are looking for. Obviously, we have a witch here. I'm not sure where the threat is. Okay, here we go. So essentially, now we're up in this upper area, and we are making our way into this chamber here, which will essentially lead us over here to a coffin and a madman. So we're going to definitely take advantage of this by opening up the path, get the madman's attention. Fucking bitch. Grab the quicksilver bullets, open the coffin, and inside we will find Madman's knowledge, and then make our way out. Essentially, this is what we're here to get in that capacity. We're going to drop down over here. There's a ghoulie there. Drop the ghoulie, drop the madman, get the gemstone, open the chests in this area, center one, and there's one over there by the wall I saw with ritual blood in this one, and more ritual blood in this one. Open the gate below us here. This will lead us into the lower levels. A nightmare will be in the shadow. I heard him, but I didn't want to drop down here and get him yet. Glad he didn't disappear. Grab the pebble off the body, and then immediately head through this passage. Avoid the coffin. If you hear snarling inside, usually it's it's an enemy playing possum. And then in here, a sort of crypt of sorts. Take a quick run around. A chest coffin on the right here. Open it. Cold blood gemstone. Blood tinged gemstone. Now double back. Gotta find the ladder here. Here it is. Now we'll make our way out. Head back to the main gate. Grab the blood vials off the body, though. And then drop down. Open the gate. The lantern. And then we're going to head on into the next area. There's obviously a gate leading here, leading out. So we're going to need to leave some coins to show that it is essentially a way out with a shortcut in mind. To the left here, we have another passage. This may take us around. So, another wasted fucking navigation that essentially would just give us the very thing we're looking for right here. So, drop down here. We have a path to our front and we have a path to our left. Let's take the one to our front first, as this leads us to the main switch. Arcane blood gemstone. Tomb mold, obviously, with the rats. So we're going to just grab the switch and double back. we'll explore the other tunnel, as well as a little ladder access that was in the main chamber above ground. So... torch the bodies, grab the pebble, grab the blood vials, anything they may have dropped, grab it and acquire it. There's obviously another ghoulie over there we see in the lantern, and another corpse or two. Bold Hunter mark on the corpse, a blood vial on the corpse. Now let's make our way back to the main circular section of the chambers down here, head up the ladder, and proceed back through the passage. Instead of going right, we're going to go left because there's a ladder here with ladder access. I want to see where this goes first. So scale the ladder. Let's get upstairs on the second floor. Two fucking ghoulies. That's it. You know, at this point, I may as well not even bother checking. So head on through the main gate and let's get to the next first Child's Dungeon boss. Or maybe we have a side area ahead. I don't know. Let's see. I think we do. Yep. Another side area. So we have to keep going. Once you've dispatched the ghoulies, take a quick sweep around the corners, make sure there's nothing there. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Very good. Head through the door directly to our front as we enter this chamber. And then in the center, obviously, intercept the asshole on the cannon. Gate to a door to our left. Body in the back with a pebble. Ignore the body, the ghoulie above us, peppering us with items. But in here, as you open the door, directly in front of us, there'll be a pebble. We're going to go ahead and change our weapon a little bit here now. The Beast Hunter Scythe. Climb the ladder. Path to our right will be a gated see-through gate. Head through. Inside will be a dead end with a body and 3 blood vials. A chest. Open it. 2 ritual blood, or 3. I misread. Another one of these ghoulies. Get him out of our way. Get to the door. Take down the madman, open the coffin, and inside we will find more madman's knowledge. I think we may have already found the rune in question, because I think the rune actually is in one of these other rooms. I'm not sure, but we may have already found the item in question that we were sent here looking for. Which, if we did, it's no big deal. We're just running it. And we're going to get it off the plate. We're going to get it off the table, essentially, so that we can actually move forward. And the added benefit is we get some insight, too. So, a little bit of time out of our way, but insight, who can say no to that? So we're going to head on in through this passage here, climb the ladder, and head through into our first dungeon boss. And here we have a beast-possessed soul. Dickhead. I'm wise to your game now, buddy. Goodbye. And I'm stronger, too. There we got Tempering Blood Gemstone, and we got 2 insight. So once we've lit the lantern, head down and get to the next one. Entering the next chamber, directly to our right, another lair, Palace Dungeon lair, with poison incense burners. We're gonna go ahead and equip some medicine for this job. Doesn't look like anything of really anything of significance there, so head up the ladder and then decide left or right. We're gonna go right this time. Grab the blood vial off the body. Alright, instantly into our next area with the coffin. Stopped her cold. Open the coffin. Madman's knowledge. So, that's fine. We'll take it. Now we'll head back across. And we'll go the opposite direction now, across the bridge. In here, it looks like we've got a cavernous area. Quicksilver bullets on the body. More pebbles that we can't pick up. And that's it. Let's double back. Just drop down, heal, and then head up the stairs. Grab the blood vial. Any item that that's a weird thing. They only seem to drop anything when after you left. I don't know why they do that. Head to the next dungeon lair. Light the lantern. Immediately to our front, we'll have a chest. To our right, we'll have a ghoulie. Open the chest. Inside a blood-tinged gemstone. Grab the poison knife, open the path to the door that he was guarding here. Nothing worthy to grab there. Climb the ladder. We're making good time. Door to our right is obviously our way forward, but we're going to finish the sweep here. Grab the 2 molds from the chest. Head into the corridor. Dispatch the ghoulie and his buddy. Then grab the throwing knife at the end of the hall, and then proceed back through the main chamber that we were just in, and open the gate at the top of the ladder we just climbed. Head straight across, stop, and then head right. Upon entering here, obviously the ghoulie will be ahead, the madman will be ahead of us. Go ahead and intercept her. I really like that weapon's stopping power. Once you get the sage's wrist and dispatch the madman, pull the lever and head back to the main chamber. Immediately head to the left, we have another side area. And then directly ahead of us, we'll have another door. Take them down. Door here to further into the passage of this area. We're going to open it up. Head inside. Wipe all 3 of them out as soon as they hit the ground. Over here, inside the alcove, a throwing knife. To the left of it, a chest to open it up. Ritual blood. 3 count. Obviously, we can't go up further from here, so we're going to have to come back out into this chamber here, continue down the corridor. Ahead of us will be an undead giant. We'll dispatch him. Easy work. And then on top of that, the ghoulie as well. We are on fire. So head on through here. Obviously, nothing further beyond that point, so we're going to climb the ladder. This will take us to the 2nd level. Obviously, this is going to be the courtyard room that we were just in. This essentially will be the upper level of that courtyard room. Dispatch the ghoulie and proceed forward. Grab the blood vials off the body. And the blood vials off of the ghoulie. Over in here, quicksilver bullets on the body next to the column to the right. And then there's another body here. Ritual blood. In this passage here, directly ahead of us, a madman. Take her out. Quicksilver bullets. Open the coffin. Mold. So far, we're not seeing anything worth this trip, but I think I already got the item that was actually, I think probably, there's actually multiple different chalice dungeons where you can actually get the weapon or glyph in question you're looking for, so there may be a possibility that I may have already acquired the item and I actually am just running this for no reason at all. So if that is the case, it's unfortunate, but, you know, cannot, you know, exactly keep track of every possible source material that potentially may or may not get me what I need. So we're just gonna have to play it out and finish it. This is obviously the wrong way. We're gonna go back the other way. go ahead and heal ourselves. Matter of fact, we're gonna go ahead and put on the Simon Bowblade too. So, heading back out the way you came with the side area, obviously we're going to be going directly into our left and up the ladder, I think. I hope. Yep, we're in the right way. So, our next Chalice Dungeon boss is going to be the Keeper of the Old Lords. And that's it. Old Lord is dead. Now that we've taken care of that, we got a gemstone, we got a pitiful 8,000 echoes, we got some insight, so let's head down the ladder, elevator, and get into the next area. Which there is no side area, thank God. We're just gonna gun it right through the layer 3 of the Hintertomb Chalice Dungeon. Light the lantern. A ghoulie will be here on the right. Take him out. Here we have a door to the right. And a door to the left. So we're going to open the door to the right first. Inside here, the far back corner of the room, some thick cold blood lying on the ground. A passage leading into a pendulum room with a switch leading to the door out. Madman down. Pull the switch. Done. Head over here. Grab the bone marrow ash bullets. Then we're going to drop down. Nothing that looks like a worthiness here, except for this uber ghoulie digging away at this muck. Grab the ladder, climb. After you climb the ladder, head over here, grab the material of bone marrow ash off the body that we bypassed, and then head on through, back the way we came, through the door, and climb the ladder. At the top of the ladder, open the chest. 2 mold inside, count of 4, or 5 I should say. Head through this passage beyond the chest, and immediately engage the ghoulies in your path. Head down here, take out the uber ghoulie, open the chest, grab the 2 mold, count of 7, proceed up, sweep, nothing left, continue on, return back to the main chamber. Do not head down the ladder, instead head across the bridge. Scout left, nothing there. Scout right, we got a path, follow it. Into a dead end with a stone chest. Inside, 3 bullet eyeballs. Grab the blood vials off the body. Jump down. Ignore the path directly to the front. Head back down the path that we originally navigated to get here. Obviously, the gate to our front is pretty much where we want to go, but we're going to go up the ladder now instead. Since we went right, now we're returning to go left. Head up the ladder. Rush ahead. Open the door. The witch bitch will be on the other side. Take her down. Check the stairs. Take out the ghoulie. Here it looks like we have a path area, which is essentially mostly poison. So, side area or an extension of the area. So, we'll head into here and take this one down. Take out the ghoulie in your way. Open the door. In we go. Bit cold blood, quicksilver bullets, more quicksilver bullets. Open the path here. A lot of poison in our path. Take it out. Follow the pathway. And into another courtyard overlooking a chamber. Looks like a courtyard. Grab the tomb mold. And then head. Obviously, we hear a madman below us. And then we're going to head back the way we came. Nothing worthy of anything in that room. Just a shortcut to drop down on the madman, but we don't want to go that way. Got a blood liquor. We took her out. That's 1,000. That goes easy. Take out the nightmare as well as the ambush of enemies that appear once you hit that trap, if you hit it. If you avoided it, gold stars. So essentially here we are. Head over here. Grab the throwing knife off the body. Essentially this is poison, so we want to be careful here. I'm going to take the liberty of putting on my church, my anti-poison outfit. Try to keep yourself on land as much as possible as you navigate point to point. What the fuck? Now, another genius animation is that you basically cannot climb that point because it is basically not attached to anything. So I'm not really sure who they designed in terms of the level design, but you clearly lost the plot. Who do you have working for you, Mr. Magoo? So we're gonna just ignore that for now. What we will do, though, is make our way across here. There's obviously another ladder access over here somewhere we can find. That will essentially just get us to where we need to go. So once we dispatch the ghoul, the rat, and the madman, as well as this ghoul, we're going to definitely head on into this area with getting this coffin open. And madman's knowledge waiting inside. I am having a bit of a weird sound delay in my ears. So I'm not sure if that is a connection issue. I'm hoping it isn't. But hopefully it won't come to that. I can't go up that way. What about over here? Can I go up this ladder at least? Is this fucking thing attached to anything? Looks like it is, thank God. I'm not going to worry about those other items over there. The hell with it. I'm not going to worry about it. So essentially, we have pretty much made our way through that portion of it. We're going to head up the ladder now and make our way out. I am going to assume that I know the way out. I don't think this is it, but I'm going to try. Get the cold blood-tinged gemstone, and then obviously we got those enemies taken care of, so we don't need to worry about them. Over here, we have another ghoulie blocking the way. Grab the ritual blood off the body. Nope, this took us back. This basically takes us all the way over there anyway. So, alright, I guess we'll jump over here and we'll make our way around and see about getting lucky about finding our way back. I think maybe that was the other direction. I should have went the other way, not the way when I get to the top of the ladder with the stairs in this room. You'll see what I mean. I kind of got turned around there. So pull out your lantern, or your torch, I should say, excuse me. So here is the ladder, and I went to the room passage across from me when I should have went to the one behind me. I think that's the mistake I made. Yeah, this will take me back out now. So now we can take this ridiculous outfit off. I hate wearing the church outfit. I just feel so fucking alien. You know, you get your ideal of an outfit of what you normally think you would wear, and it just doesn't jive. So as soon as we get down into this area here, head directly for the main gate. There's obviously a hut. Where are you at, buddy? So, there we go. Now we can head down here and get through this last Chalice Dungeon boss, hopefully the last one. This is Lair 3. This is Boss 3. So cross your fingers. I don't think it's going to be the last one, honestly. Wow. And we got a Fire Damp Blood Gem and Twins Bloodstone Shards and an Easy Insight. So, yep, that's it. That's all we did for that. So, That dungeon is completely done. Now I will save the next Chalice dungeon sections for the next time I do the New Game Plus. So we will leave the Loran Cursed dungeon, we will leave the Fetid Thumerian Ill, and we will leave the Fetid, Rotted, and Thumerian Ill Chalice dungeons in question there alone. So we'll go ahead and take off the Hintertomb Chalice dungeon. Use some of these Cold Blood Echoes. And use the 4 Madman's Insight. I think we have enough, but just to be sure, I'm going to sell a couple of. I'm going to sell some of these gemstones we got. And I think I'm going to sell just a couple of Ritual Blood, probably 44. I can get more, but I want that ample amount, and I'm going to sell because essentially we can pretty much get a lot more done. Now we can sell we'll sell probably 30 of the Cold Blood for 48,000. We'll sell another 44 of the Tomb Mold. And we'll sell 40 of the other mold, and 21 of this other mold. So almost 2 million we can sell there. I basically sell this all the time. This is how I get a lot of it. So
soon break. This night and this dream will end. Gammon.
So we're gonna go ahead and channel our echoes.
Let the echoes become your strength. Let
We'll go ahead and raise our endurance to level 57. That'll give us a little bit of point resistance to poison, so that'll be good. We'll go up here and repair our weapons. And we are ready. Now, a few normal things you will encounter here with Gurman is essentially, once you refuse him, he will attempt to kill you. Essentially, basically forcibly trying to kill you and yank you from the dream. This will not translate to the first ending if you do die. So do not think that. Instead, what will happen is essentially you will be spawned back to the beginning, and essentially you will attempt to enter this area again and have to fight him again. Once you have agreed to fight Gurman, you have to fight him. There is no getting out of it. Essentially, this is a fixed point where you will be forced into either 2 endings, the second ending or the third ending. Now, Gurman has a number of tactics he will employ. Number 1, he will use his scythe, in this case the burial blade, to effectively overwhelm you with really fast, rapid slash attacks. Not be fooled by his fragile and old appearance. He is fast. I mean, really fast. I mean, it is clearly he trained. It is obviously, you'll be very obviously be able to tell that he clearly did train Maria. He will use the old hunter bone to teleport around lightning fast. He will close the distance on you with rapid slashes of his sword and of his burial blade in short sword form. And essentially also take time to fire off a shot with his unique blunderbuss, sort of akin to Gascoigne, but with the effect of Maria to basically immediately stun you and set you up for a visceral attack. I have never had him hit me with a visceral attack, but that doesn't mean he won't. If he can set you up for one, I assume he can do one. So, stage 1, he will attempt to engage you with the transform version of the burial blade in its sickle form with huge arcing streaking swipes. He will knock you back. He will knock you down. After the first stage of the fight, he will immediately let out a scream, which essentially will be like a war cry, in which case his aggression and tactics will go up. He'll transform his burial blade to the short sword and implement more faster combos. He'll also incorporate the old hunter bone to teleport to you or teleport away from you. By the third stage of the fight, he will basically incorporate arcane magics in with his moves. So essentially he will jump way into the air and send a shockwave of blade attack to strike you down from above. It's actually quite artistic in nature because it looks he's literally up in the moon. So essentially it's basically kind of artistic to that extent. So the biggest thing you need to concern yourself with is basically just really utilizing the full effect of his attacks to his advantage, to your advantage. By turning his aggression against him, you can actually get him pretty easy with some visceral attacks. The only other thing I would recommend is just stay sharp on the wit because he could be pretty fast and he can kill you pretty quickly if you're not careful. And that's pretty much it. So let's get into it. We haven't consumed the third. We have not consumed the third umbilical cord as of yet. Essentially, that is imperative that we do not do that, because if we do, we will effectively avoid the second chalice done. We will effectively avoid the second ending and go right for the third ending. So essentially, we need to not consume this, and we're going to hold on to it. So we're just going to get right into it and start talking to him. And let's go.
Good hunter. Now you will die. You will from this.
Refuse the sacrifice. And we will begin.
Dear, oh dear. What was it? The hunt? The blood? Or the horrible dream?
Now he's got that hat on.
It doesn't matter.
And the charred hunter outfit.
It always comes down to the hunter's helper to clean up after these sorts of messes. Tonight, Gammon joins the hunt.
So as you can see, he's a big fucker. And he's gonna be like the Undertaker in a sense. Don't be he's got like a little gimp in his leg, but essentially, make no mistake, he is nasty. So here we go. Come on, you old bastard. Just like that. Easy visceral attack him, and then just close in, get an easy hit. Now he'll change tactics using the blunderbuss pistol and the short sword version of his weapon. Now be careful, this is where he will use arcane magic, calling on the moon's presence to enhance his power. This is where you can use his aggression against him. He'll become increasingly aggressive But the more he tries, the more it'll make it easier for you to parry him. See what I mean? Now here comes the attack. So if we get too far away, he'll do that, and then he'll try to get closer. Gotcha. And that's it for Gurman. And that's the second ending. Now after we take care of Gurman, we will get the old hunter badge from him, which will then open up to the second ending, because now that we've killed Gurman, the moon presence has lost its surrogate child, which was Gurman. So she will seek a replacement, essentially to keep you binded to the dream and to prolong the Healing Church's influence. I don't really know what the agenda is in this, but essentially she sees you as a threat, so we either kill you or bind you. In this case, she's going to bind you to the hunter's dream, and you will now take Gurman's place as the overseer.
And so, the hunt begins again.
And now I'm trapped here forever, until someone takes my place. But that's essentially what the moon presence wants, is it wants a surrogate child, and it cannot exist without a surrogate, essentially, to keep itself by. It's essentially, I don't know, it's a very confusing thing, and it's not really explained properly, but somehow or another it requires the dream to continue, the nightmare to continue from the dream, and then somehow the hunt is a perpetuating cycle that never seems to end. And essentially that is the scope of that in the second ending. Now that we've relieved Gurman from his responsibilities, we have essentially paved the way for the nightmare to persist through us, because now the moon presence has bound us to the dream. So that essentially is the second ending of Bloodborne. It is probably the darkest endings you could probably hope to get. The first ending is kind of more of a neutral ending, but I think the third ending is probably the most paramount, because it is the most honest interpretation of the hunter's dream, or at the very least the goal of it in its entirety, which was, basically seeking pale blood to transcend the hunt. And that's exactly what we want. We don't want the hunt to continue. We don't want the hunt to basically continue on and on and on with no end. So essentially we are to seek pale blood to transcend the hunt. So that's what we're going to do with our third playthrough in the future. So now we are here, and we basically have everything we have attained, including the umbilicals. I think it's here. Oh no, we don't have it. Damn. Okay. So I guess we lost the umbilical. We don't get to use the umbilical. But we got the third ending, and that's what matters, so... The second ending, I should say. Excuse me. We got the second ending, and that's what matters. So we're going to head down here, and we are now officially in New Game Plus 2. So we're going to head on out here and get to work on taking down our first major threat in the werewolf, which is going to be a walkover. 4,000 echoes. Over here on the left, grab the blood vials. Head out and through the stairwell, through the main door of Yosefka's clinic. And then head over here and do the Quicksilver bullets. And then down here, grab the more blood vials. And then we're going to head over here. for 1,400 echoes from the villager, 2 blood vials, and then we're going to just get these out of the villagers here. Grab the Molotovs, and then we're going to make our way by opening up the lever and making our way out. Have a chat with Gilbert again. Light the lantern, and let's get back to the hunter's dream once more. Grab the items and just sell them later on. Talk to Gurman.
This was what... Oh, you.
So once we have all that information in order, we're going to go over here. We have the old hunter. We actually now have, if we look at our inventory, we'll find that we actually now have the old hunter badge, which is essentially the age of, crafted in age of old Gurman. So essentially now, what do we have access to? Well, we have access to the burial blade in its default form, right there. So we can buy that for 60,000. Then we also have access to Gurman's outfit, with Gurman's hunter cap, Gurman's hunter garb, and Gurman's hunter trousers. And we can basically have that, and that is pretty much going to be that in that capacity. He doesn't have a unique firearm, so that is unfortunately something that we don't really have access to. So essentially we're going to make the most of that in the long team with that. But for right now, that is essentially the scope of everything we need to worry about now, because now we are in New Game Plus 2, and I am going to stop the stream there. I want to, again, apologize about the business with that stream cutting off abruptly. Unfortunately, I don't know what caused that. It's another issue of Wi-Fi, or, you know, we have a really bitter cold temperature, so maybe there was a connection issue. Maybe something got on my internet and didn't tell me. I don't know, but it doesn't really matter. The fact is, we got there, we're done. We got 2 Chalice dungeons done. We defeated Wurgo's Wet Nurse. We defeated Gurman. We got the second ending, and we are officially into New Game Plus 2 and on the path to the third ending, and hopefully the conclusion of this live stream playthrough, front to back, all 3 endings for Bloodborne. So thank you very much for tuning in. I'm gonna go though. I need a break. I need to eat something. I need to take a shower. I'm tired, and I hope to catch you guys here next time. So subscribe, like this video, subscribe, turn your notification bell on, and keep tabs up when I actually stream again. If you have any comments, questions, leave them in the comments section. I'll do my best to answer them. I will catch you next time, some point over the weekend, and we will get back to the fray of this action with our continuing live playthrough of Bloodborne. I'm Savage Squishy 86. Thank you, and I will see you guys later.